Guys, welcome back. I had ketamine infusion number 6 today, and it went okay. Um, Accessing my port was wonderful. The nurse was very well skilled. Didn't hurt that much at all. Um, we had a couple of rough patches, but that can happen. But everything went all right. My blood pressure was running a little bit high. They do have to monitor that. So one tip that I'll give you today is that it's really important to keep your environment and the people around you and everything as calm as you can. If you start to feel too upset or anything like that, it's going to elevate your blood pressure, and you don't want to have like some kind of other issue, some kind of heart attack or something. Um, and my blood pressure unfortunately did get quite high, uh, but we were able to get it down, and mostly by controlling my breathing with mindfulness meditation and also using additional medication as necessary. And then I was able to tolerate the infusion. What they have decided is that I am not at a therapeutic level, and over the course of the next 2 days, they'll be increasing my dosage. And I will then be hopefully at therapeutic on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that should end my loading doses, and then we will go on from there with our treatments. I did have spasming and abdominal swelling today in front of the nurse, which was a good thing, in that it's always hard when these things don't occur in front of your medical providers, but when they do, it gives them a hands-on visual that no amount of explanation is going to ever get them. So she was able to both palpate the spasming herself and to feel it and to take note of it. Now, it is better in the sense that I'm able to get out of spasms, but the risk is still there to be stuck in one, and we're hoping that won't happen, but I'm having less of them. But they're still quite significant, and they mostly occur with any type of engagement of my core or trying to walk around. Even just walking around the house will cause it to go off and hurt my ability to be able to move around. So I'm pretty much staying in bed, but that's okay. That's to be expected with this, and hopefully that's going to improve. I will say that I've been walking a little bit better, um, and able to tolerate a lot more as well. Still having hot flashes, as you can see. That's a side effect from the infusion therapy. But we have good hope that this will kind of calm things down, or at least, keep things where they are now and prevent further spreading if we can. I'm going to have to excuse myself for being very tired. Not easy to video all the time, but I do want to keep my word and video all of the loading doses in this process. And as I go along and discover any information, share that with you. One thing that is a benefit for me is that I've had genetic testing done to see how my body processes medications. So they're actually able to tell what medications work better for me and how my body processes them and what doses are better for me based on my genetic coding, my DNA. And that has been an absolute great resource of information, and is now actually coming back up in the therapy I'm having now. So having genetic testing done actually has benefited me a great deal, especially in notating the MTHFR mutations that I have that run in my family on my father's side, as well as the cancer that runs on my father's side as well. It was important to my oncology team that I had those testings done to see if there was anything that we needed to be aware of or maybe prophylactically treat. And I am lucky to say that no, I am only in treatment and monitoring for breast cancer. And hopefully I have slayed that beast and it shall not rear its head again. I'll have a 6-month checkup in May, and hopefully from there we'll be able to go back to 1 year, as I'm hoping, But if it stays 6 months, I'll understand and appreciate the good care that I'm getting. I don't think that I could make it through this without support. If it hasn't been for Christian and Matt, I would not be able to go through this process at all. You've got to have somebody, you've got to have people that are dedicated to looking out for you and have your best interest at heart and will drive you and stay with you, because you cannot safely be alone. It's just too risky. You're under the influence of the sedation. So you really have to have somebody with you to keep you safe. And these guys managed to get me in and out of the house, rain, sleet, or snow, without falling on my tuchus somehow, which my understanding is rather humorous at times, because apparently when I am under, I am very comical.
Musically
Who knew?
talented, too.
Apparently it's like getting the biggest dose of truth serum you could ever have.
Yep.
So, I can without a doubt say that I am exactly who I say I am and exactly what you see. Because what I am under sedation is the same way. I will tell you, you got to keep your head in a good place. And if you start to get your head in a bad place, you've really got to be cognitive of pushing yourself to be in a good place. And that has been a huge help for me. And like I said, I bring my grandma pillow, which I'll show you here. This is my grandma pillow. And I always say, "Hi, Grandma." And I hold on to it when I go through the infusions. And again, those are about 2.5 hours. And it gives me comfort, and I don't feel as scared, even though I feel very, very detached, which is a really unsettling feeling, which is why they give you medication to kind of calm you down and hopefully help you be able to sleep through the infusion so you won't feel as many of the side effects. So it's really important to be able to do that. And I attribute doing mindfulness meditation has been an absolute benefit. And I'll tell you, a great woman taught me, control your breathing and you control everything. And it's very true. It's very, very true. When my blood pressure got over 100 diastolically, there was concern that they would have to stop the infusions. And even in a hazed state, I was able to deep breathe because I do mindfulness every day. That's the key. You have to do it every day so that you can do it without thinking about it per se. You know, all it took was the nurse apparently to say something to me and to give me medication. I started deep breathing and I was able to get my blood pressure to come down. Because you don't want to have unsafe levels of blood pressure. That's really important, and that would be a reason why they would have to stop the therapy. So that's something they'll keep an eye on me, continue to, and I will continue to give you the reports as we go through these loading doses. There'll be 4 more, so I am over the halfway mark, and I hope to continue to bring you good news and hope for those who are out there and considering this treatment to treat severe pain from things like reflex sympathetic dystrophy, RSD, complex regional pain syndrome, post-mastectomy pain syndrome. There's some terrible diseases out there that don't have a cure and conditions that don't have a cure, that this may be a key to helping to improve quality of life. And when you improve quality of life, you improve the odds of longevity. So let's all have good tomorrows, right? I will see you then. Love and light. God bless.